Do you know we have a restaurant in Uganda, in 𝗙𝗶𝗿𝗀, that does not allow blacks in unless you have someone who is white with you?
Hi guys, welcome to another video. This is something that happened in my country, Uganda. So we have a sister that came on the internet and complained, poured her heart out at the treatment that she received at some certain restaurant owned by Chinese people in Uganda. And guys, first listen to what happened to her and what she had to say, and also what people had to add on to this kind of behavior. Come back and, let me say a few things about it.
Do you know we have a restaurant in Uganda, in 𝗙𝗶𝗿𝗀, that does not allow blacks in unless you have someone who is white with you? Let's go. I am looking for a certain restaurant. I wanted to review it. Then later on, I was like, I see a Chinese restaurant. I was like, let me try out Chinese food. I'd taken long. I indicate, and the askari tells me, well, he's very sorry. We are very sorry. We don't allow blacks in. At first, I was like, it's a joke or something. So I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, if you're black and you want to come in, you have to be with someone who is Chinese or white. I was like, what do you exactly mean? Blacks are not allowed in. You guys, you should have seen my face. I could not believe it. I asked him, how come you work for them? And he was like, that's how it is. Those are the rules. You people, I was in shock, pissed, disgusted, everything. How did we get here? I don't know if you guys understand how it sounds. Blacks are not allowed in. You have to be with a Chinese person, or you have to be white, or you have to be dating a Chinese human being to be allowed in. In Uganda, off 𝗬𝗿𝗀𝗏 Avenue, there's a restaurant. I wanted to film it and all that, but then I was like, what if they fire the askari and all that? So at the end of that day, I don't know, you guys, I'm outside, so forgive me. I'm having lunch because my dog wants to eat everything that I eat. So how did we get here? How is it even possible? In 2024, people don't allow blacks in. You have to be like, how bad is it? I don't know whether you guys know how bad it sounds or how bad it is in 2024 to have a restaurant in Africa and blacks are not allowed in. I am still mad. So I have decided to my food, but that restaurant, Thunder will fire you.
Uganda people, I heard there is a restaurant in Uganda that doesn't allow Ugandans to get in. A Chinese restaurant in Uganda that say no to Uganda people. They don't want Ugandans inside the restaurant. They don't want any black person from Uganda inside the restaurant. It seems like these Chinese people, they end up being worse than white people. This is the same thing that happened to Nigeria. It's a Chinese shop or shopping center, I don't know. Now, same thing is happening in Uganda. You open a restaurant in a country and you stop the people in that country from getting into the restaurant. My God. This thing done dey plenty for Africa, eh? Chinese people, you guys should be very careful. And my Uganda people, what are you guys doing now? How can you guys allow a restaurant in your country that doesn't allow you people to get in? We're gonna do something, Uganda people. Now this is life, not joke. I did a video about a Chinese restaurant in Uganda in a place called Kololo, and the name of the restaurant is Fugazi or something. Some Ugandans come under the video to comment something like, oh, they are not stressing anyone. We don't eat dogs and we don't eat snakes, so they should just let them be. What are Ugandans even going there to do? And this is the problem with some of us Africans. We don't even understand the impact of discrimination and racism. But we don't even know racism come in different forms. You ever sit and think an African will go to China, even if they're millionaires, they will open a restaurant and say they don't want Chinese people in that restaurant? Even if that restaurant is selling fufu, choma, matoke that they don't eat, you think the Chinese government will allow you to tell their own people how to get into that restaurant? Why is it always us? And some of us will still come and still back these people. We still say, oh, what do you go there to? Do you eat this? Do you eat that? It's a shame in 2024. Some of you guys think like that. When I be disgraced. I think it's a life na joke.
Do you know we have a restaurant in Uganda, in 𝗗𝗶𝗿𝗀𝗲, that does not allow blacks in unless you have someone who is white with you?
I am so glad to finally see someone back home talking about this, because I've been talking about this in the West and I usually find myself being the only one and then people nodding. Around this time last year, I was at the UN and I got the opportunity to speak with the permanent representative of China, and I asked him a question. So to start, he gave a whole speech about friendship, and he was like, we love Africans, we love Africa, this is all about friendship, we're trying to build friendship. And I got to ask him a question, and I was like, is it really friendship? Or are you looking for something in return?
𝗗𝗶𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗏, greetings. My name is 𝗙𝗶𝗿𝗀𝗏. I'm from Uganda, and in our national anthem, it ends with, in peace and friendship we'll live. And so with that, my question is around decolonizing the syllabus and the concept of friendship. My question is directed to the representative from China, recognizing that Mandarin is a language that is mandatory in most schools in Uganda before our traditional languages, Luganda. And so my question is, what is China doing to ensure that African culture, language, and traditions are not further erased and exploited in the lie that is an industrialized form of colonization? You say you respect the autonomy of Africans, but we all know there are ties to the aid. Is it of personal generational interest, or is it just a good friendship? As Africans, we have always valued friendship, but it is not often that it is genuinely reciprocated. 𝗬𝗎𝗄𝗎𝗍. Thank you.
In 2019, the Ugandan government, with support and initiation of the Chinese government, started a pilot program where Mandarin was to become mandatory in secondary schools in Uganda. Right now it's mandatory in a few schools, and I don't know the exact number, but that's key. Also, during the times that I have been back home and have gone to supermarkets, which are predominantly owned by people from Asia, they usually either are very hesitant to let you in, they follow you around, tell you have to leave your backpack at the door. Very much all the anti-black racism that exists in the US now being perpetuated in African countries, specifically Uganda. That's all I can speak about in this day and age by other ethnic groups that live in Uganda. Mind you, Uganda is home for a lot of refugees, and it is actually one of the most diverse countries in the world. But this issue of anti-blackness really needs to be talked about. It's kind of crazy because when I was at the UN and I said my question, it was more of like a comment than a question. After I was done, the Mandarin translator was like, or she left, I guess, and the UN person, MC, I don't know, I don't care, was like, sorry, the translator left, so he cannot answer your question and he can't respond. That's the response I got after I said what I said. Mind you, in the clip, I was very nervous because I was on camera, I was being recorded live, I was wearing my keffiyeh. This was literally just a couple weeks post October 7th, and I had all eyes on me in the UN headquarters because of that. So I was very shaky in what I was saying, especially since I was talking to the permanent representative of China. And I've heard arguments of people say things like, okay, well, this is the best opportunity that African countries have in terms of development, and that argument is dead. I am so sorry, but we are watching this happen in today, every single day. They're constantly doing little things here and there beyond just building trails and roads and stuff, but all about mining our gold and eventually just like taking over and colonizing, and we need to talk about it.
So there is a Chinese restaurant in Uganda that do not allow black people inside of the restaurant. And I see many Africans coming here to scream. Nigerians are saying that if it was in Nigeria, they would have burned down that restaurant. Cameroonians are saying that if it was in Cameroon, they would have destroyed that restaurant. Kenyans are saying that if it was in Kenya, they would have scattered, burned, and do everything horrible to that restaurant because it's racism. Now, Ugandans are not complaining. Ugandans are not complaining about this restaurant. First of all, have you seen Chinese cuisine? Have you ever seen Chinese? Can you look at someone eat Chinese food? So disgusting. These people eat scorpion, spider, cockroach, rats, everything. And they are in Uganda. So if they have their own restaurant where they can go and eat rats, cockroach, pigs, whatever they want to eat, why are you guys bothered? If you want to go there and be disgusted, go there. But I'm telling you, they are doing you a favor, because nobody is going to stand and watch you eat cockroach. It's very, oh my God, your guts are going to come out of your mouth if you watch someone eat cockroach. It's not in our culture. So rest, guys. Ugandans are not complaining. Rest. Rest.
As you've seen in the video, that is what people had to say. And first of all, I always tell you guys, to me, people of color are the worst kind of people today towards black people, African people specifically, in 2024 than the actual people that started that discrimination, who are the white people. And I don't know if it's just my experience, but like when it comes to, let's say, the way we call out white people all the time, I would say that now at least they have some bit of cautiousness, a little bit, that they think of the things they do before they do them a little bit, because they know it's going to backfire, it's going to come back at them. But when it comes to people of color, they are the worst MFs. I can really tell you that pretend to be ignorant when it comes to African people, black people, to the things that concern African black people, that they don't know anything, that they don't understand anything, and then we should just take it as it is, like, oh, you know, they don't understand, they don't know our people, they don't know our cultures, they don't understand there's black people in this world. And it's ridiculous to me, because these same people have people that look like us in their countries. So tell me why you decide to leave your Asian country, your Chinese country, come to another country like my country of Uganda. You want to set up a business. You're like, oh, I can do a business here. I can really make money in these people. I can make money in this country. And then you have the audacity to come out and tell people that belong to that country that they are not allowed in your business. But you decided to come and set up that business in that specific country. Are you insane? Are you crazy? Are you stupid? Like, guys, I really can't stand some of these people. Like, and you know what is also disturbing is the people that work in those places, like the black people that are easy to tell other black people that, oh, you know what, I'm sorry to say this, but no black people allowed. You are a mother effing black person also working in that place. Why are you even working in that place? Why? And I was really disappointed that when I went to the comments of that lady's video, Ugandan people, my people, were saying, oh, why are you interfering with their business? You know, if you don't want to eat, they don't want you to eat their food, don't go there. Like, why are you making it a big deal? And I'm in my head, I'm like, do African people, do Ugandan people understand the concept of discrimination and putting you so low that you don't even have the rights to go to places or things that are set up in your own country? What if there is something that is shady going on in that place and they don't allow us as a people, the owners of the country, to enter, and then something happens? Then we're like, oh, you know, we just never cared. Like, do we put in that kind of sense of thinking or critical thinking when it comes to these things? And another thing is, has there been any African person that has ever gone to outside nations, whatever country, set up a business and said no whites, no Asians, no Arabs are allowed and it's acceptable? Why are we allowing these things to happen? Because this lady critiques places. She's a critique person, okay? She goes to places and reviews them. Don't these people think that in 2024 it's time to let go of this stupidity mindset that you are able to set up a business in someone's country and then still not want them to be in your business? Why not stay in your country and make money in that country if it's so much developed or better than these African countries? Like, it's just so insane. I experienced a little bit of microaggressions as well when I went to some restaurants in my own country. Like, when a foreigner came, they would serve them first. They would give them a lot of attention before they come to you. And to me, before, I was like, they're just busy, you know, maybe these people came first or they reserved or whatever. But then I was like, I came earlier. why am I not being served? Why am I not being given the attention? And it's not even asking for attention, because I don't need anyone's attention. I just want to come to your place, give me my service. I'm going to pay at the end of the day. I'm going to enjoy my meal and leave. But then it's our own people as well, African people, that also do these things because they feel like giving more attention to other people is going to give them more credit. And to me, it's just so ridiculous. And they feel like, I don't know, these people are more important than their own people, but at the end of the day, they still see you just like they see me. Because if someone is able to say no blacks allowed, it shows you that they don't even respect you. Yes, they might have given you that job because of course they need someone to be working there, but they don't respect you still. Like, why are you okay with that? Like, why are you able to accept that kind of treatment? And I mean, it's so sad because Ugandan people are not even making noise about it. It's other people outside of our country, of my country, that are saying something about it, because I would say my people are just like, I don't know. They are, I really can't find the right word to say. We are cowards. Literally. Ugandans are freaking cowards. They can't even come out and call out this place, because they're like, oh, the government is involved, we're going to get in trouble. And it's just so sad that we are in a situation where we are being discriminated in our own country, but we can't even come out and say things, because, I mean, yeah, they're going to come and take you down. This is crazy. It should be like, this place has to be, has to be taken down. It has to apologize, or it has to really fix itself, or it has to go back to where it came from. Because you're not going to come to African countries and still show us that you don't need us, but you want our money. Like, that is unacceptable. But you know, guys, let me know what you think about this. Like, I couldn't keep quiet about it. It's just crazy. In 2024, people of color in 2024 are a different kind of breed. Guys, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.